Grace Kelly, Princess of Monaco, epitomized Hollywood glamour and aristocratic allure. Born in Philadelphia in 1929 into a wealthy family, she was surrounded by luxury and ambition from an early age. However, her path to fame was paved not only with privilege but also with hard work and determination. Grace pursued a career in acting despite her family's objections, quickly rising to prominence. With her refined beauty, talent, and captivating charisma, she became one of the most celebrated actresses of her era. In the 1950s, Grace lit up the screen, enchanting audiences in films like Rear Window and To Catch a Thief Her performance in The Country Girl earned her an Academy Award, solidifying her status as a leading star. It seemed Grace had achieved everything one could dream of. But her life took a dramatic turn when she met Prince Rainier III of Monaco at the Cannes Film Festival in 1955. This encounter sparked one of the most famous and romantic stories of the 20th century. Their 1956 wedding was a true celebration of opulence and grandeur. Dubbed the wedding of the century, Grace and Rainier's nuptials featured one of the most iconic and beautiful wedding dresses of all time. This union marked the end of Grace's Hollywood career, but ushered in a new and equally dazzling role as the Princess of Monaco. She became more than just the prince's wife. She was a symbol of elegance, beauty, and philanthropy. Grace Kelly transformed the image of the tiny principality, turning it into a center of fashion and cultural life in Europe. However, with her new life came new status symbols, exquisite jewelry. Grace Kelly's jewelry collection not only reflected her personal style, but also underscored her elevated role in aristocratic society. Among her most iconic pieces was the diamond tiara of Princess Grace. The diamond tiara, adorned with 214 modern-cut diamonds and 42 baguette-cut diamonds set in a festooned frame, made its debut on Princess Grace shortly after her marriage. Throughout her life, she wore many dazzling jewels, but this diamond tiara and her bande de mer tiara were the only two that Grace owned personally. The diamond tiara was her most frequently worn piece, gracing banquets, balls, and weddings throughout her decades-long reign as Princess of Monaco. She was last seen wearing it at a gala on National Day in 1981, just months before her untimely death the following year, after which it was transferred to the collection of the princely palace. In 1978, Princess Grace lent her diamond tiara to her eldest daughter, Princess Caroline, for a ball held at the prince's palace ahead of her first wedding. This was the only occasion on which Princess Caroline wore the tiara, and it has not been worn since Grace's death, though it has been displayed numerous times over the decades. Another stunning piece is the Princess Grace diamond necklace by Cartier. Featuring 64 diamonds in brilliant and baguette cuts set in a modern three-strand design, this necklace was created by Cartier in 1953 and purchased by Prince Rainier III as an engagement gift for Grace Kelly, along with 2 wedding rings. Grace was first captured wearing the diamond necklace at her pre-wedding gala and continued to wear it for numerous iconic portraits, state visits to France and the Vatican, and various banquets, balls, and galas up until her death. The necklace became one of her most recognized pieces, often paired with her diamond tiara and the bande de mer tiara. After her passing, the Cartier necklace was added to the collection of the princely palace and has been showcased worldwide. It has been worn by her daughter, Princess Caroline, and more recently by her granddaughter, Charlotte Casiraghi. Now let's turn our attention to the stunning sapphire daisy brooch of Princess Grace. Shortly after Grace Kelly arrived in Monaco and just before their wedding, Prince Rainier III gifted her this Van Cleef Arpels brooch. It features a cluster of sapphires encircled by diamond petals forming a daisy. The stones are said to have belonged to Maria Caterina Salvi, a wealthy Genoese heiress who married Prince Honoré III of Monaco in the 18th century. Van Cleef Arpels used these historic gems to create the brooch for his bride. Princess Grace wore the sapphire daisy brooch regularly for daytime events, formal evening functions, numerous portraits, and even styled it in her hair up until her untimely passing. The brooch later became part of the Palais Princier collection and has been displayed alongside other pieces of her jewelry. Next, let's look at Princess Grace's Van Cleef Arpels earrings. These diamond floral earrings, adorned with 16 modern round-cut diamonds, 12 marquise-cut diamonds, and 10 pear-shaped diamonds set in platinum, were a gift from Prince Rainier in honor of their first anniversary in 1957. They quickly became a favorite of Princess Grace. She often wore the Van Cleef Arpels earrings at various events, from the most formal galas to black tie occasions, and even for some daytime engagements, frequently pairing them with her diamond tiara. Another breathtaking piece is Princess Grace's Cartier diamond earrings. These earrings, featuring a diamond solitaire surrounded by baguette-cut diamonds, were acquired by Princess Grace shortly after her marriage to Prince Rainier II of Monaco in 1956. The earrings were worn on numerous notable occasions, often paired with her diamond tiara or bandes de mer tiara and her Cartier diamond necklace. They accompanied her on visits to Paris, Italy, and the Vatican in 1959, some of the relatively few state visits made by Princess Grace. The Cartier diamond earrings perfectly complemented her elegant hairstyles in the 1960s. She continued to wear them throughout the 1970s and 1980s, with their last public appearance at a charity event for Overlook Hospital in New Jersey in June 1981, where they were paired with her Van Cleef and Arpels pearl necklace. Following her tragic death, the Cartier diamond earrings became part of the Princely Palace collection and have been exhibited worldwide along with many of her other treasured pieces. Let's turn our attention to Princess Grace's stunning gold leaf suite. This set, consisting of a necklace, a pair of earrings, and a bracelet crafted in contemporary gold with the grain de café pattern, reflects the style of the 1940s and 50s. Grace Kelly owned this jewelry long before she became Princess of Monaco and continued to wear it after her marriage, notably in a family portrait and during an event in Seville in 1966. Following Princess Grace's passing, the gold leaf suite became part of the Palais Princier collection, but it was worn only by her eldest daughter, Princess Caroline of Hanover, along with most of the jewels featured in this series. After being showcased at the Grimaldi Forum in 2007, Princess Caroline wore the set notably on the day when her nephew and niece, hereditary Prince Jacques and Princess Gabriella, who succeeded her in the line of succession, were introduced to the public of Monaco. She also wore the suite on National Day in 2016, and there's no doubt that she will continue to wear this elegant set in the future.
It is impossible to overlook the breathtaking Van Cleef & Arpels diamond tiara, which became a symbol of elegance for Princess Grace. This tiara, made up of 144 diamonds weighing a total of 77.34 carats, was lent to the princess by Van Cleef & Arpels. Though it was only borrowed once, it became forever known as the Van Cleef & Arpels tiara of Princess Grace. In 1978, Princess Grace lent the diamond tiara to her eldest daughter, Princess Caroline, for a ball at the Prince's Palace in Monte Carlo, ahead of Caroline's first wedding. On that occasion, Princess Grace herself wore a different diamond tiara, also provided by Van Cleef & Arpels. The tiara remains a part of the Van Cleef & Arpels collection and has since been worn by other royal figures, including Princess Diana of Orleans, the Duchess of Württemberg, for the Duke's 50th birthday in 1986, and Princess Constanza of Bourbon-Parma, who wore it for a Van Cleef & Arpels advertisement in 1991. More recently, the Princess Grace tiara has been seen on the heads of actresses Julia Roberts, playing the evil Queen Clementiana, and Lily Collins, portraying Snow White in the 2012 film. The presence of the tiara in the movie added a sense of continuity, linking the film's regal themes to the legacy of Princess Grace. However, the tiara has been most frequently showcased in Van Cleef & Arpels exhibitions around the world, and even more often in exhibitions dedicated to Princess Grace of Monaco, which have featured numerous pieces from her personal jewelry collection, further solidifying its connection to the late princess.
Pearls held a special place in her heart and jewelry box. Pearls were an integral part of her image and, according to her, her preference for this gemstone manifested itself both on screen and in her personal life. However, the most famous and luxurious pearl set was given to Grace Kelly by Prince Rainier III of Monaco as a wedding gift. Just before the wedding, the couple visited the Van Cleef & Arpels boutique in New York, where they were personally received by Louis Arpels, the owner of the jewelry house. The choice of the future princess fell on a diamond and pearl necklace, bracelet, earrings, and ring. The jewelry was not part of a single parure, but still made in the same style, so they perfectly match each other. At the private wedding ceremony, Grace Kelly wore a tiara and necklace donated by the prince and made by Cartier especially for the occasion. The luxurious 3-row necklace was made of the highest quality diamonds, totaling 58 carats. The Duchess will wear it many times in the future for receptions and will pose in it for official portraits. Not many people know, but the Prince of Monaco, when proposing to his beloved, seriously violated royal traditions. Firstly, as an engagement ring he chose an eternity ring, a model in which a path of precious stones, in this case diamonds and rubies, repeating the colors of the Monaco flag, completely wraps around the finger. Traditionally, such jewelry could only be presented on the occasion of the birth of heirs or on a wedding anniversary. Rainier III's second willfulness came just a couple of months later when he unexpectedly decided to present his bride with a second engagement ring. Much more pompous, a classic model, like the first from Cartier, with a 10.47-carat emerald-cut diamond on a platinum bezel and framed by 2 smaller baguette-cut stones. This iconic piece of jewelry will be worn by Grace in the filmed High Society, which will be her last. Today this ring is valued at $4.3 million. The fairy-tale royal wedding took place on the 18th of April, 1956. The ceremony was held in the form of a private reception in Monte Carlo, where the newly crowned Princess of Monaco wore a luxurious diamond necklace and a platinum Bains de Mer tiara from Cartier with baguette-cut diamonds and 3 ruby cabochons. Few people know that the 3 key elements of the Bains de Mer tiara were removable. If desired, they could be transformed into exquisite earrings or elegant brooches. Cartier subsequently complemented this jewelry by adding a ring and earrings with cabochon rubies, creating an elegant and harmonious set. The next piece was the diamond and ruby tiara, which had a little secret. The 3 central elements were detachable and could be transformed into earrings and a brooch. Grace Kelly preferred jewelry from 2 jewelry houses, Cartier and Van Cleef & Arpels. But it was Van Cleef & Arpels that was declared the official jewelry supplier of the princely court of Monaco, and it was their products that the princess wore until her tragic death in 1982. In 1961, the princess appeared on the cover of the German magazine Bunt wearing another gift from Rainier III, a necklace and earrings with diamonds and emerald cabochons by Van Cleef & Arpels. In 2012, this set went under the hammer at a British auction for almost $1 million. In 1968, Van Cleef & Arpels produced the legendary Alhambra sautoir, a gold chain with 20 petals of 4-leaf clovers. Princess Grace, as a true admirer of the brand, bought 2 necklaces from this series in the Paris boutique of the jewelry house, which significantly increased the sales of the jewelry line. Like many other royalty, Grace Kelly loved brooches, including a diamond brooch in the form of a poodle, her pet, a golden lion cub with emerald eyes, a chicken studded with precious stones, and a golden man in an oriental turban. One of Grace's favorite pieces of jewelry was a brooch with an emerald, diamonds, and a huge pearl in the shape of a rooster. But a special place in the princess's jewelry wardrobe was occupied by a brooch with a more serious character. The classic flower-shaped model created by Van Cleef & Arpels is adorned with a luxurious sapphire in the center, around which diamond-scattered petals blossom. Another amazing piece of jewelry from the collection of the Princess of Monaco is the tiara of Josephine Beauharnais, set with 1,040 diamonds. The story of this magnificent piece of jewelry leaves a lasting impression, and now I will tell you about it. The tiara was created by the French jeweler Marie-Étienne Nieto, founder of the jewelry house Chaumet, specially by order of Napoleon's first wife. After 80 years, the French government decided to sell the tiara to Van Cleef & Arpels, which still owns the jewel. On the 27th of May, 1966, Van Cleef & Arpels kindly lent the tiara to Grace Kelly for her appearance at the Monte Carlo Centenary Costume Ball. In 1975, during a visit to Paris, the Duchess purchased 2 Van Cleef & Arpels necklaces. One of them was made of yellow gold with malachite pendants in the form of a 4-leaf clover, a symbol of luck, fame, wealth, love and health. The second necklace, with a massive 4-leaf clover pendant, was encrusted with sea pearls. During her short but colorful career in Hollywood, which lasted only 4 years and was terminated in 1956 due to her marriage, Grace Kelly became the benchmark of taste in clothes and accessories. Her favorite gemstone was pearls, and she retained a lifelong affection for them. She liked pearl pouzettes, bracelets, rings, necklaces in 1 or 3 strands of short and medium, up to collarbones, length. In a 1954 photo shoot for Vogue, taken after the release of the Hitchcock drama A Window in the Courtyard, Grace was pictured wearing Cartier's fine gold candelabra earrings with round and pear-shaped pearls. On the 13th of September, 1982, Grace Kelly was involved in a car accident with her youngest daughter. The Duchess suffered serious injuries incompatible with life and died in hospital the next day. She was only 52 years old. And on this sad note, I have to say goodbye to you, but I cannot leave without my favorite question. Which of the princess's jewelry did you like best? Write your comments. I also remind you that I read every comment but haven't found any jewelry you'd like to hear about yet. Write and I'll do it for you.